Do you ever see something and wish you knew someone who could make it for you? Well, I hope you're ready for today's episode. Looks a little different, doesn't it? We're not only going to be creating something from start to finish, but we get to do it with one of our own. Welcome to Celebrate Michigan, the show produced on the campus of Madonna University. I'm Chris Benson. And please welcome local artist and woodworker Chris Nickin to our show. Christopher also happens to be a faculty member in the Broadcast and Cinema Arts program here at Madonna, so double duty today. Chris, it's cool to have you on this side of the camera.
It's very interesting to not be back there working, doing something else. So.
I bet.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, so you're, in addition to your daily job, you do some woodworking. You've done a little bit of woodworking.
Just a little bit.
Just a little?
Yeah, a little bit of woodworking. I like to call it artistry more than woodworking because I dabble in lots of different stuff. Wood just happens to be my primary medium. So.
Yeah. And you have a company called Mac Avenue Designs.
Yes, Mac Avenue Designs. You point to the sign
Yeah,
up
that's
here.
really cool.
I want to give a shout out to Heritage Logo Works, which I think was on the show a while back.
Yeah,
They took my design and they built the banner for me, and this is its debut today. The first time it's being shown is right here on the show.
Awesome, a premiere, if you will, of it. So Mac Avenue Designs, where does that come from?
Mac Avenue, my dog. Mac McGraw. He's a rescue, rescued on McGraw Ave, and I do everything with him. He's in the wood shop with me whenever there's not sawdust flying around.
Yeah.
And so it just made sense to call it Mac Avenue Designs.
And I understand we have some pictures, so we might actually get to see Mac. So there he is,
there's
right?
Mac. That's the pup that inspired the name right there. We're on a little drive out into the country to go play in the fields.
He looks really happy to be with you.
He's always happy to be in the car. He loves car rides because he knows he's going somewhere fun or he's getting ice cream. Even if we're going somewhere not fun, he's going to get something fun out of it.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. And it sounds like he really inspired you to name. And is this? What am I looking at?
So this is, you can see the vegetables growing. This was the very first thing that I was ever hired or contracted to build. It was a raised garden bed, and I had never done something like this before, so I designed it, I looked at 100 different designs, came up with this one, wanted it to be a little unique. You can kind of see the gaps in there. I think the next photo shows a little bit better angle of it.
Wow.
But I designed this one from scratch.
So
I wanted it to be a little unique, different, not just 2 posts or 4 posts going up with a box. I wanted it to look pretty, so I put a bevel on it and tried to make it something unique. And unfortunately, it's way too big to bring here today, or it would be with us. But that's the very first thing I was ever contracted to build, and that's the first thing I built that wasn't something for my house.
And how long ago was that?
That was in the spring of 2021.
And so today we're going to be building some things, I understand.
Yes, we are.
And I have goggles or glasses. I'm putting them on now.
Safety glasses.
I have gloves. I'm going to keep. The goal here is safety. I am
100%.
not a woodworker.
That's okay.
And so I am going to rely on you. Tell me what we're going to put together. Is it a birdhouse?
No, we're not. We're not going back to middle school here. But,
or high school wood shop class. It's not a birdhouse.
It's not a birdhouse, but it's something similar, something very. I wouldn't say easy, but anyone can put this together.
Okay.
Right. So if you have the right tools and the wherewithal, we can do this. So
anyone, including me. Okay.
Correct.
We have tools. You have the wherewithal. I'll follow your lead.
Yeah.
So tell me what we're doing.
The key is safety, first of all. That's why we have the safety stuff. But we're actually going to be building one of these. You see 5 of them back here.
Okay.
We're going to be building one of these hexagon shelves.
Okay.
Sorry. And we're actually going to be using the same wood as this. This is poplar. So we're going to be using poplar to build a hexagon shelf today.
Okay.
So we have a couple pieces of poplar sitting around. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take this piece right here.
Okay.
And I've pre-marked it, and we have our blocker in here. This is a 10-inch compound miter saw.
Okay.
We're going to bring this right in here. And since we are in a makeshift wood shop today, I don't have it set up to hold it. So I'm going to actually hold it back here. I'm going to let you do the cuts.
Okay.
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 Are you good with that?
Sure.
Are you ready?
Okay, I'm going to listen.
Okay.
Yes.
So what we're going to do is I'm going to actually have you grab this black handle right there. Yeah.
Okay.
So you're going to take that in your left hand, and you're going to hold this right there.
Right there?
Yep.
Okay.
Angle it up, just like this.
Oh, I see that.
And you're going to hold it right in its spot.
Okay.
And then you're going to grab the saw handle.
Okay.
And you're going to bring it down, and you're going to make a cut.
Okay.
So go ahead and start the saw blade. All right.
Really? That's
now
it?
That that's
okay.
done, we're going to take this piece out. We're going to set it over here.
That was exciting.
And then we're going to do it one more time here.
Okay.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, so I'm making sure this is helping hold it in.
Yeah.
Coming down, pulling over. Okay. Do
All
you have any
right.
improvement recommendations for my technique so far?
No, that was a great start.
Okay.
Absolutely. You know, sometimes it's just you got to get used to doing it and going, but that was
I was
that
a
was
little
fantastic.
nervous.
No,
Okay.
that was fantastic.
Okay.
So we're just going to set this over here for now.
Okay.
We'll just set that there, and we're going to come back to these two pieces, and we'll just start with these for right now.
Okay.
So what we're going to do now is we're actually going to use a router, and we're
Okay.
going to put a chamfer on it.
Okay.
So it's going to create kind of like a diamond look up here.
That's like a
So-
crossword puzzle word. That's why I had to know, like, wow, I've never heard that word before. Excellent. Okay, we're learning vocabulary today.
Absolutely. So we want to make sure that we keep the pieces in line because you can see these beautiful designs here.
Yeah.
We want to kind of keep them together. So
Oh,
what
the
I'll
wood
do,
grain. That is
yeah,
beautiful.
Exactly. So I'm going to set this one aside, and I will do the first
Okay.
cut to it. I'll do this one, and then I'll have you do this one so
Okay.
that you can see how it's done.
Sounds good. I'll be happy to watch the first time.
So I'm going to step over here. If you could step
okay.
to this side.
Sounds great.
So it's a little tricky because I'm going to have to start here and kind of
Okay.
come back and then go down.
Okay.
And then we'll flip it and do the other side. So.
Oh. So cool. You made that look extremely easy.
When you do a few hundred of these a
Okay,
day,
okay.
it gets very easy.
Okay.
The first time I did this, it was not that easy.
Okay.
And that's
So
it.
you can't worry about mess in the wood shop. You got to be
No,
okay with the dirty.
There's always
okay.
mess, and it all came back our way, luckily.
Okay,
So,
awesome.
okay, so you
That
can
looks
see that. You
amazing.
can
Look at that edge. That looks awesome. I'm going to hold this up while you do that one. You look really
want me
good
to
at
do
that.
it?
I'm going to
Okay,
let you
I
do
can
that
do it.
part.
We'll
That
get
looks
this
like
done.
some experienced person that's doing it. But what a beautiful edge that is. That creates
sure we
like a
have the
really
right
neat.
side.
Wow. And I imagine there's a lot of different edges you can put on there. So I would have called that beveled, but this is a certain kind of one.
Yes, this is a chamfer. So.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
Well, my gosh, we're already time for a commercial break. So we'll be right back, and you'll get to see what happens next with this amazing piece of wood with Chris Nickin. Stay tuned.
My uncle calls and he says he's dizzy and he's losing his balance. I'm like, Unc, you want me to take you to a doctor? He's like, no, I'm gonna look up the symptoms. I said, your symptoms are you're dizzy and you're losing your balance. So he said, I can't get on the internet because my arm is numb. I said, well, use your good arm and dial 911. Stroke's no joke. If you or someone you love is showing symptoms of stroke, don't wait because it might be too late. Dial 911. Time lost is brain lost.
I present to you Algebra 2, Foreign Languages, and finally, Biology. Who among you will step up to their challenge?
Me.
Yeah, I'll do it. Me too. Sign me up.
Take on the tough classes now. You need them to prepare for college.
My name's Reggie. Just recently, my wife and I took in her sister's children. Now, we already had 4, so I went from becoming a family man to a man with a bigger family. Now, you can't eat love, so I don't know how I'm gonna feed them tonight. How was that, Rich?
I think I look more like Denzel.
That's cold, man.
Play a role in ending hunger. Visit feedingamerica.org/hunger and find your local food bank.
I want to see the world.
When you pick up a book
I used to read every night to all the younger kids.
and let your imagination break free, you won't believe how much fun it can be.
Let down your help!
Experience a world of adventure, excitement, and endless possibilities. Get tangled up in a good book. Explore new worlds. Read. Visit read.gov today.
Welcome back to Celebrate Michigan. I'm Chris Benson, and I'm here with the other Chris Nickin of Mack Avenue Designs. And we are building things today. Building things.
Yes.
So exciting. And you just got into this woodworking just how many years ago? 4 years ago now? 3 years ago?
2019 when I moved into my house. It was renovating and doing things at the house. And then about a year and a half ago, I started doing things outside of my house.
Yeah.
Creating art and doing things like that. So
wow. Okay, so step 2, not a birdhouse.
No.
We've got our pieces that we cut. What's our next step at this point to build this project?
Cut 6 pieces. We've chamfered 6 pieces.
Okay.
These 4 have the 30-degree bevel on them, which allows us to put them together like this.
Oh, because a reminder, they're going to look like this.
It's going to look like one of those up there.
Cool.
So we need to make sure. So what we need to do is we need to add the cuts to these 2. So we're going to do that real quick.
Okay, I'm going to have you do that.
All right. So we'll make these cuts
I chickened out on this one.
Okay.
You make it look really easy.
Again, you do this over and over again every day.
Yeah.
See what I did? I lit it down too early.
Well, and I appreciated all of the
cut.
safety. What people in the audience didn't see was even to set up for the show, we talked all about safety and about, making sure that everything is going to be properly done.
Yeah, safety is key in any wood shop.
Looks awesome. And now, after seeing you going through using all these different machines, I will never just take for granted an object that I'm buying, because I wouldn't have never thought about the idea that you need a certain machine to do this cut, a certain machine to do that cut.
Yeah, the machines, you need a lot of different tools.
Yeah.
And, sometimes it looks easy. You look at an artist, a painter, someone, and they do things. We can take these off for now. We're done with the power tools for a minute. We can get a little bit more relaxed. I'm actually going to take my gloves off too. But it's because of the amount of time and effort they've put into it. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of training. You don't just get good at this overnight. It takes time to do these types of things. So, before I started doing this, sometimes I would look at paintings and I'd be like, okay, I watched this person paint this in front of me. Why is this $3,000 now?
Right.
Not realizing when I go do it, it looks like a toddler just painted something.
Sure.
It's the amount of time and effort and skill that went into it.
That you get better at it.
Yeah.
And it's funny, I saw something on the wall here and it says fail. What does that mean? Because I feel like you're talking about that now.
100%. I like to live my life by fail.
Okay.
And people always say that's weird. Why do you like to fail? And it's because it actually means first attempt in learning.
Oh.
So we fail more than we succeed in our lives. It's just natural. Everyone does it.
Yeah.
But we only really, I guess the wrong word is fail, but we only really fail is if we give up at doing something because it didn't turn out the way we wanted to the first time. Giving up is the real failure. Walking away from something that doesn't work, that you really know, okay, I've given this my best attempt, it's not for me, that's perfectly acceptable. But every time I make a bad cut, every time I try to build something and it doesn't work out, I don't get angry or upset. It's fail. I learned something from it, and now I can go back to it with a new approach and learn from those experiences and make it better and better every time. So that sign was made for me to sit in my wood shop to remind me every time I screw up a project, I just learned something, move on, let's make it better next time. So,
and you've got a lot of projects back here. Talk us through, I know we're building, but we're talking too. What are a few things that you brought for us today to share?
Well, the fail is a shadow box, so it's kind of hard to see in this light, but it's actually, there are lights inside of it lighting it up right now. So in a darker area, you would see it lit up. Back here, this is, believe it or not, the garden trellis. People love these. They ask for them all the time. That's made out of one single fence picket.
Oh, wow.
So you take a single fence picket that's been pressure treated, cut it up, and turn it into a garden trellis for people.
Awesome.
Over here, up top, you can see there's a few of them. These are actually floating wine bottle holders.
Oh, I love those.
Yeah, so it's all physics. People are always amazed that it can hold up. I actually make some that hold more than one bottle at a time, and it only takes one bottle to hold up, but those are a big fan favorite. What it's sitting on is actually a very large, it's a charcuterie board dessert tray. So you can put dessert on top and your meats and cheeses and crackers and fruits on the bottom, or whatever you want on it.
That sounds wonderful.
Right in front of that was a coat hanger I made. That was That took a lot of work, actually. You know, not just the routing and the cutting, but it actually has multiple things. It was burned. It was a pine board. It was burned, and then it was stained. And then once it was done being stained, I took a wire brush to it and just took most of the stain off.
Yeah.
Then reburned it, refinished it, and then put the hardware on there. So it took a long time to do that.
So much work, again, that goes into building things that we take for granted.
A lot of the time we do. Yeah.
I know we need to get back to our work here. So before we get to our break, what's our next step?
So we got to line our pieces up properly, which I didn't have. Now they're lined up properly.
Okay.
So what we want to do now is we're going to start by tape because we have to flip this over, but we want them to stay proper.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this piece of tape right here. And now that they're all lined up, we're going to come right across with the tape all the way down and go right over the edge.
And when you say lined up, I notice the edges are lined, but also the grain of the wood feeds one into the other, which again, I would never have thought to do that.
Yeah, we want it to look nice when it's all put together. We want it to be like it's one piece of wood. So we're going to flip this over.
Okay.
And now that we're flipped, now we've got to do the glue job. This is the messy part. So I actually have different gloves for us here.
Oh.
And we can be doing this, you know, throughout the next minute here.
Okay.
So you can take those ones right there.
Okay, excellent. And so, you know, why aren't you just using nails to put this together?
We are going to use nails.
Oh, nails too. Okay,
but
nails and glue.
We need glue too. So we're going to start putting glue in. So what I'm going to do is I'll do this first one, then I'm going to run glue, and you're going to do the same thing with your finger.
Okay, awesome.
Okay. So I'm going to do this.
And I know we're going to go into the break with this. I can't believe it's time already to go in the break. So through the magic of television, when you return, you will see what next step we have for this project. So stay tuned. We'll see you soon.
Welcome home, man.
You realize that 49 million Americans struggle with hunger? That's 1 out of every 6 Americans.
These people are around us every day. They're our friends, they're our coworkers, their kids go to school with our kids.
Sometimes we're not even aware that they're struggling. This problem is closer than you think. But so is the solution.
Play a role in ending hunger. Visit feedingamerica.org/hunger and find your local food bank.
Can I have $1? Yeah, it's right. I think my purse is upstairs on the bed. It's not here. Check the dining room. No. What about your sister's room? It's not there either. The upstairs closet? The downstairs closet?
There are no more closets.
Moms everywhere are finding ways to keep kids active and healthy. Get ideas, get involved, get going at letsmove.gov.
And again, we're back here with welcome you back to Celebrate Michigan, and we're in the studio with Chris Nickin from Mack Avenue Designs. All during the commercial break, while you've been doing whatever you've been doing, we've been getting our project to the next level. So Chris, I know you've got this awesome project in front of us.
Yes.
How long would this normally take to make? Through the magic of television, we did this very quickly, but how long would it normally take to make something like this?
With the
start
cuts,
to finish.
just start to finish with me working, I can build one of these in probably 15 to 20 minutes.
Oh, wow.
You know, just really going at it. But it's just me concentrating alone, not talking, just doing it.
And not with an inexperienced novice here.
Oh, no.
Okay, next, This is cool. I have a branding iron. Is that what you're calling
Branding iron,
this?
yes.
Okay.
So, yeah, you have a branding iron. You have the big one. We're actually going to light up the little one here.
Okay.
We're going to bring in our assistant here, Paula.
Awesome.
And she's going to take this and she's going to just heat this
Fire
up.
it.
She's going to get the back of it and really kind of just get it going for us and keep it going. So I'm going to actually pass this over to her. I'm going to hand her that branding iron and the torch over here.
And this has the Mac Avenue Designs logo on it, the same one we have in the front.
See up there, yep. That's
very
the design I sent over.
Okay.
So now what we're going to do is we're actually going to move on to the nailing part of this because it's glued up, it's taped up. We've actually put it together. Yep, we'll move that over. We can kind of move some of our stuff out of the way here. So we're good. We don't need anything else. We have our 16 gauge finish nailer here. So I'm going to unlock it.
Okay.
And I'm going to do the first couple, and then I'm going to have you do a couple.
Okay.
So what I want to do is I want to make sure that these are pushed together nice and tight for me.
On the seams there?
Yep.
Okay.
So I'm going to take this, and I'll do it on the side so that maybe they can see over here.
Awesome.
And then what I want to do, since it's on an angle, it's perfect for me. I can come right up here to the edge, and I want to make sure that I'm not going below so it shoots through the bottom. I want to go from this one into the other. Yep. You're coming a little loose there.
Okay.
My tape job is not as strong as I had hoped. I needed an extra piece of tape. So what I'm going to actually have you do is hold it at the bottom down there for me.
Right there.
Because I'm not using my clamps.
Got it. Oh, wow. Again, so easy.
And then we're going to turn it.
Okay. Oh, and that was my fault.
There we go. My tape broke.
That was my fault.
I think we're missing one other piece there.
Oh, man.
I fell apart.
But this is the part in the wood shop where you just keep going, right?
Oh, yeah. We're going to get it done. It doesn't end.
And how much patience have you figured out that you've developed in this love, this hobby that you have found a love for?
So what I'm going to do, this whole thing fell apart on us here. That's okay. We're going to get some extra tape.
That's what we do is we
if
just
you can
work
actually
it
get
out.
some tape there.
Sure.
And my tape ripped right on us there.
Okay.
So we're going to tape that right there.
Okay, awesome.
Right in the middle. Go ahead and
Put
tape
that
it.
there.
Yep.
Pull it down.
Perfect.
It seems like patience is definitely something you need in the wood shop.
Oh, yes. So I'm going to do this a little silly-like.
Okay. And then right here, I can hold those two together.
Hold that for me.
Awesome. And that seems like the machine does an awful lot for us where we do not have to do that with a hammer, because I would have been sitting here with a hammer going, oh yeah, okay. There's a piece of tape here if we need that one. Awesome.
So what we're going to do, actually if you can just hold that right there, we're going to get it.
Put that one right, is that where it should be?
Yeah, we're struggling with this one, huh? That's okay. That's okay. Like
I'd have to say,
fail,
good
first
help is
attempt
hard
in
to
learning.
find these days.
It's first attempt in learning, we're good.
Okay.
And these nails are really going to help us hold this together.
Okay.
Okay, and we'll do this one, and then you're going to do the last ones.
Okay.
Because at that point, we should be good.
We should be good, and we won't, it'll be idiot-proof, as they say. Awesome.
All right.
Oh my gosh,
so
I'm
what we're
just
going to do
amazed.
is you're going to take this, I'm going to hold it for you.
And I'm going to do
so you
it
got
right
to push
here.
this right up to it.
Okay.
Okay. And then pull that trigger once the blade, you hear that motor.
Tell me when I'm in the right spot.
So
that's good.
Go a little bit lower.
Lower?
Nope, too low. There we right there. Push in.
Push in.
And go.
Oh my gosh.
All right, now do the next one.
I would definitely, don't try this at home, okay? Right there?
Yep.
Oh my gosh, that is so easy.
And we got to do that one.
Okay. And you feel so powerful doing it too. How about this one right here?
Yep, right there.
Okay, right about there.
Yep. Go ahead.
Okay.
And do the other side.
It definitely makes it easier again. Good?
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
Beautiful.
Okay.
Now, all this ridiculous tape that we had to use.
I felt very accomplished doing that, I have to tell you.
And can take all this off. And
oh my gosh, that's so cool.
What we're going to do, typically I would do another sand job now since I've got a little bit of, I want to seal these edges and I want to get rid of some of that excess glue that we had on there. What we're going to do is we're going to check our branding iron real quick. If we can see the iron, look at that, it's red hot.
How
you can
cool
see
is that?
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually take the iron from you.
Okay.
So you can go ahead and turn the torch off. So typically I would test this on a piece of wood.
Yep.
But I'm not going to. So what we would do is we're going to take this and we're just going to push straight down.
Okay.
And then when I tell you you're going to bring it straight up, you're going to do this part.
Okay. Oh boy.
Okay.
Okay.
So what you're going to do is you're going to take it right here, any place you want on there. Don't touch the metal part. Touch the wood.
Got it.
Give it a good grip.
And then like
and then
this.
turn it so it faces
that
just
way?
like that.
Right like that?
And then push it straight down wherever you want it.
How about right there?
Perfect.
Oh my gosh.
And bring it up. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Beautiful. So we're going to take this piece of sandpaper real quick.
Oh, it smells fantastic too. It smells like a campfire. And that is the Mack Avenue Design logo that we have here.
Correct.
Right in your very own piece that you're doing. Wow.
We sand that down.
Oh, that looks so cool.
Grab some canned air.
Again, you make this happen very quickly. Now, if I don't want to go through all of these steps, even though this has been enjoyable, I have to tell you, a lot of fun. If I wanted to just maybe pick up one of these items done already for someone, how would I find you? Where would I find you at?
You can find me on Instagram at Mack Avenue Designs, or you can email me at mackavenuedesigns@gmail.com.
Okay, awesome.
And you can see all my products, and I do custom designs, custom builds, fireplace mantles and floating distressed beams, shelves, things like that. So anything you can think that's done out of wood or paint, let me know, and if I can build it, I'll do it.
Well, in the last few seconds that we have, what do you want people to know about woodworking?
It's a passion, and it's a lot of fun. It's, I don't really know what to say. It's art. That's what it is. It's art, and people take it for granted with how much work goes into it.
Well, I love that you've shared your talents with us today, and I hope you've inspired some people out there. You haven't been doing this too long, but you've really come a long way doing it. It sounds like it's something you love too.
Yeah, I love it. It's great. And this is yours, by the way.
Oh,
you get to
awesome.
take that home. That's all yours.
Yes, yes. Well, thank you for watching us here on Celebrate Michigan. We hope that you might be inspired to try out something new like woodworking. And we just love celebrating all the wonderful things that are happening in the Mitten State. Thanks for being with us, and we'll see you next time.